A Chinese dissident, an outspoken critic of Beijing's policy on Tibet, has been jailed in a case that's likely to become a focus for human rights campaigners in the lead-up to the Olympics. Hu Jia was found guilty of subversion after criticising China's ruling Communist Party. Foreign diplomats and journalists were banned from the trial, as John Sparks reports.
Hu Jia, husband, father, and the best-known human rights activist in China. Yet in the government's eyes, this man is a dangerous subversive, a threat to state socialism. Reporters and diplomats were barred from the #1 People's Intermediate Court in Beijing this morning. Inside, Mr. Hu was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for inciting subversion. As proof of wrongdoing, his articles on AIDS, democratic and religious freedoms and the environment, whose voice resonates, it's travelled widely. Despite the threat of imprisonment, he was still working to help the people. "I think there's no one like him in China," said this woman. "He hasn't done anything wrong. We all support him," said this person. In truth, Hu has already suffered a form of imprisonment. He's been under house arrest for the last 2 years. These pictures of Chinese secret policemen outside his apartment in Beijing. His wife, Jin Yang, here followed at close quarters by government officials. Hu spoke to Channel 4 News last summer about the attention his family has received.
The film is to let people know what it's like to be under house arrest, to be stalked and harassed. I'm only one of many Chinese citizens held illegally. This film provides evidence of the harm the Chinese government inflicts on its citizens, which it denies. The harm is intensified as the Olympics get closer.
Ah yes, the Olympics. China's great opportunity to rebrand, to repackage, yet dogged by concerns over Tibet. And human rights activists circulating their wares in person and over the internet, well, that's not likely to be tolerated. This morning, the Foreign Ministry sounded a defensive note.
We don't accept the criticism at all. China is a country ruled by law. Everyone is equal under it. We can't abandon rule of law just because of the Olympics.
The Chinese government craves international approval and recognition, yet sentencing people like Hu Jia may not be the way to get it.